All right, real quick, let's just talk about the dangers of inconsistency. One piece of advice that we always take ourselves and share with our clients is to commit to 10 episodes with whatever podcast we're creating. At least 10 episodes. From there, if it goes well, we do a season 2. Or if we realize that we need to pivot, that's okay. We have 10 episodes. We can call it a day and we can basically go ahead and create a different show in that regard. When you're creating a video series, it's always beneficial to your business. It's just a matter and always a question of what kind of video series will work best. So just because the first video series didn't pan out the way that you expected doesn't mean that the strategy doesn't work. It just means that we need to fine tune and iterate on the specific tactics and the specifics of that show, the audience, the subject matter, the guests, and so on. So if you're watching this and you're starting a show for the first time, commit to 10 episodes. And I wanted to share with you a couple of ways that you could do so to really build up that accountability. By far, one of the easiest things to do is to send and secure 10 guests on your show in advance. This means that whether you like it or not, whether you lose motivation or not, the guests are waiting to be on your show. And that accountability piece makes sure that you complete at least those first 10 episodes, because then you'll start to really be able to take a bird's eye view as to how those first 10 episodes went and how you can continue to pivot from there. And speaking of pivoting, and we're going to talk a lot more about this later on, pivoting doesn't necessarily mean abandoning the show concept entirely. It might also mean just having some simple tweaks made to your existing show, such as fine-tuning the audience or fine-tuning the subject matter, and you'll find that the show starts to improve greatly. There's a lot of great shows that have been doing that successfully, specifically those who have started with a simple micro niche and then started to stack more micro niches as they continue to grow the podcast and their audience as well. So just a quick video to share with you a couple of ideas on how important it is to be consistent, at least for those very first 10 episodes, and naturally for the entirety of the podcast. But that when you have those first 10 episodes, it's really a nice milestone for you to be able to stop and review how progress has been going. And based on that, you can iterate accordingly or pivot completely to build a whole nother kind of show.